Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are truly at the start of the 25-26 season, ladies and gentlemen. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome back to Omar BYT. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, today was the first day, the first game of the pre-season, ladies and gentlemen. Barcelona today played Vissel Kobe. Obviously, we know it's Vissel Kobe, huge Japanese club and also a close associate of Barcelona. And yeah, we played them today very early in the morning today, early hours if you're someone who lives in the United States. The game started around 6 a.m. from my side, and unfortunately I didn't do a watch along, but I did watch the game. And listen, it was obviously no surprise like how the game kind of went. We did end up winning the game 3-1. Very good game, right? Very poor first half, but it wasn't really surprising how kind of the game, started, because let's be honest, it is the first game of preseason, and obviously these players don't have any much sharpness, and that is the whole idea. And I kind of had a feeling that we were going to see that during this game today, but we did end up winning by 3-1. Like I mentioned, it was a slow start. We took the lead early. We did ended up conceding, but in the second half, we did regroup and then get 2 goals in the second half and win the game. And listen, at the end of the day, Hansi Flick came out with this lineup. He actually went very strong. I was surprised with how strong we went in this game today. As you can see, Joan Garcia today made his debut today. He started in goal. He was given the number 1, and there was a lot of rumors about that, but he was given the number 1. We played Inigo and Kobashi out in the defense, with Eric Garcia playing at right back, with Alejandro Balde at left back. Pedri was playing alongside Gavi in the midfield, with Fermin Lopez playing out in the 10, with Lamine Yamal playing on the right, Rafinha on the left, and Ferran Torres today started. And like I mentioned, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, first half, the way we started the first half was very poor. I think if you look at how we kind of started, Vissel Kobe had a few good chances. I was very impressed with some of their players actually. I think the one that really stuck out for me more than anybody else was this fullback, Nagato, right? He was really having his way in that first half against Lamine Yamal. Now, obviously, like I mentioned, it wasn't really surprising. This is, I feel like Yamal, due to everything that he's been going through recently, like with the whole partying and stuff, and just coming back to training, I'm not surprised that he had a very slow start to preseason. But he was actually very impressive, this Japanese fullback, Nagato. And some other players who really impressed for me was actually during the second half. We saw a lot of changes in the second half. You saw guys like Rashford. You saw there was a whole changes with guys like Chesney, Christensen, the young people like Rashford came in, and he was actually substituted during the game. I was very surprised by that. I don't know if there was like an injury or something, but I was very shocked to see that Rashford got substituted after he came on. But like you mentioned, right, all of the players came on, no surprises there. And in the second half, we actually definitely went on to improve, and we ended up doing well enough to come in. And one of the players who did come in during the second half, amongst them were 2 players, were Ronni Baji and Pedro Fernandez, the 2 guys who got the goals in the second half. And look, let me start first of all with Ronni Baji. Now, we all know Ronni Baji was signed. He was one of the players we signed during the transfer window this season. And this is a guy who's been highly touted, right, as the next big thing coming out of Sweden, right? There's been a lot of, talk about him. And obviously, for many people, when we signed this player, we signed him to be a player for the future, right? That was the whole idea of why we brought him in. However, I was actually talking about this recently on some of my streams recently, where I was like, maybe we could see Ronni Baji get an opportunity during the season, right? Maybe he might get some few opportunities. That depends if he impresses during preseason and if he impresses Flick. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, getting a goal today will go a long way to basically him impressing Hansi Flick. And I was very happy for him. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw him score, I was over the moon, because I want these players to do well. Here's the thing, like I mentioned, he's a player who has got great potential, right? But you never know when it comes to players like this. Like when you look at players like Yamal, how they just bursted into the scene, right? Guys like Pedri, how they bursted into the scene. Guys like Gavi, how they bursted into the scene. At the end of the day, this is not something we should be surprised when it comes to Barcelona in the past few years, right? We've seen these players who've just come into this team, and when we think, okay, they're gonna need time, they just come in and then boom, there they are, just doing it, right? And for me, Ronni Baji, today getting that goal for me, I was so happy. And you know what? It's the positive signs that we need, right? These are the positive signs we need, because I want to see this guy impress me more than anyone else, right? There's a lot of players I want to see impress me during this preseason, but the ones that really need to impress for me are the younger players, the players who are going to be given more opportunities. And Ronni Baji, because he's in the world tour, in this Asian tour, I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. And what I saw today, absolutely impressed by it. He took his goal very well. Amazing goal by him. And like I mentioned, incredible. But he wasn't the only one, guys, because another one of the players, right, from the academy, La Masia Academy, once again, produces another one, ladies and gentlemen. Man like Pedro Fernandez, or as they call him, Dro. That's what they call him actually in the academy. That's what I heard, right? But he also came in and got a goal. And I'm not going to lie to you guys. Listen, we all know right now La Masia is on smoke. La Masia is on smoke right now, bro. Every single season, bro, we're just producing youngsters like there's no tomorrow, bro. Every single time, bro. Like, you've seen the talk. People are talking about this season. It could be Jeffrey Torres' chance. And Jeffrey Torres came on today. People were talking about people like Vigili. People were talking about players like Dani Rodriguez. But now this guy has kind of come out of nowhere, and he's doing this. And this is what I love to see. This is what I love to see, man. Because right now, La Masia keeps on cooking. And listen, he took his goal very well. And let me just say this, man. At the end of the day, bro, if another youngster come out of the academy, bro, it just proves what we've always known, that we have the best academy in the world. Nobody can touch La Masia, bro. And I think our people already know that. Let's be real. But for me, I'm so happy about the game today, right? Slow start, but we got the win. And it's the first game of preseason. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't really care. I wasn't worried. I wasn't stressed out when we had a slow start, because I was like, listen, I knew we were going to have a slow start, but we did get the win. And more than anything else, that's what I'm happy about. Now, obviously, we have 2 other games, and the next game is going to be against FC Seoul, which, by the way, guys, I will be doing a watch along for that one. Right, I know it's gonna be early, but I will be doing a watch along for that one, right? And I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to see in that game. I want to see some rotation. I want to see Ronni Baji get a run in the starting 11, right? At the end of the day, listen, preseason is not for the starters, right? Most of the time, I know the starters have to play, but I think it's more for the players who, you know, have a potential to maybe prove themselves this season, right? I want to see players like Ronni Baji give an opportunity. Maybe give Yamal a break, bring him on in the second half if you want to, right? I don't know what's going on with Rashford, right? But Ferran Torres didn't start in the attack today, so maybe Lewandowski could start in the next game. I also want to see Marc Bernal start in the next game, right? I want to see him. I want to see him during this preseason. He's been out for a long time. Give him an opportunity. I want to see guys like Jeffrey Torres and Vigili, because I really want to know. I really want to see these players come in. You understand what I mean, right? Because we've been hearing a lot of news, and I will talk about it on my next video. But with all the news that's been coming out of Barcelona in the past few hours, it's not looking good when it comes to the rest of the transfer window. So we just have to see, man. I want to see what these young fullbacks we have in our academy can do. So hopefully we can see those guys get an opportunity. But let me know what you guys are saying about the game. I don't know if you guys watched the game. Let me know if you watched the game. What did you think about the game? Who impressed you the most? Who are the people that you wanted to see, who you want to see more during this preseason? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. And like I always say whenever I end these streams, guys, Visca el Barça. Visca el Catalonia. And peace, you guys. Take care.